that I respect that you did differently, but I want to know why. I want to know what was the motivation. I want to know what made you really believe in that shit. Like, yeah.
No, 100%. It's just kind of like it was. I had a goal in mind. Goal since I've started playing sports, and I just kind of had it fixated in my mind that I was going to rest or really kind of place my ultimate focus elsewhere until I feel like I completed that goal or cross whatever the threshold of that finish line is, right? So you have a lot of people that, they want to go into med school or whatever. And so crossing the finish line for them may be being a registered nurse, being an RN, or becoming a doctor, or becoming that athletic physician or whatever.
Certification.
Yeah, the certification. That would be like I've crossed the line.
Yeah.
After X amount of years in schooling, whether it be 6 years in schooling or going to undergrad, then going to med school or doing an internship.
Right.
Same thing with lower school, right? It's like I go to undergrad and then I may work at a firm and I go to law school or whatever. But whenever I first do that first pro bono case, or I get paid for that first case for working for corporate or whatever, that would be like crossing the finish line. So for me, playing ball, it's always been playing professionionally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Having the time for playing professionally. And
That's
ideally
since like a kid?
Since I was a kid. So it was kind of implanted in me young. I was fortunate enough to watch my brother. My brother's fortunate to go to the league. Okay. So watching him really young, get into college, Larry Croom.
Larry Croom?
Yeah. So he went, he played for Long Beach Poly as well, went to University of Arizona, transferred over, went to UNLV. And then from there, he was able to get picked up and play for the Cardinals and went to Tennessee Titans and Chargers, bounced around as a free agent. But being young, growing up, and being able to see him, even on the back end of his career, it was just so, heroic for me. I say to him this day, I feel like he's kind of like an action figure to me. It's like, because being so young and seeing that, and then you have somebody come tell you, like, hey, that's your brother.
Right.
It was just like, what do you, like, you fucking capping. That's not my brother on the TV.
That's
so
superhero.
Seeing that, it was like, damn, like, it was a connection for me. It was like, that's something that's in my blood that I have the ability to do. So after that, it was kind of like, that's something I want to do. And as I got older, then I started to fall in love with the sport and realize that, I have a chance to do it, and hopefully even better. I know even better, but so that's kind of where it sparked it for me. So now the finish line would be to go ahead and complete that.
And you're still on that journey right now.
Still on that journey right now.
You got another year.
Yeah, 100%.
I hope you're able to even play football next year.
Nah, I know, 100%.
I'm glad you were able to at all this year.
Yeah, I know.
Would you have been mad if the entire season got canceled and you didn't get to play at all? Would you take a seventh year?
So the way it works, it was so weird this year because of the fact that I ended up transferring and having 2 years. So I had 1 year. I had the fifth year.
Okay.
Because I got hurt.
Yeah.
Sophomore year. I had the fifth year.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, I was appealing for the freshman year.
Right.
Because of the fact that I got hurt my freshman year as well.
Right.
Right? So what happened was, before we even got into that, the NCAA released a statement saying that this year we're going to allow games, but we're not spending anybody's eligible years. Yeah. So that means whether you play or whether you choose not to play, your clock is at a standstill.
Oh, this year was just like
you could have done whatever. I could have sat at home and ate Lay's potato chips.
Okay.
Like, it didn't matter.
Okay.
I was going to have a fifth year.
Wow.
So it kind of put everybody's clock in a weird space.
Right.
Because if you had 1 year left to spend, you didn't spend it. If you had 2 years left to spend, you didn't spend it. So
it's like a half year.
It's really weird.
It could have gotten canceled at any point.
Yeah. I still think that it's going to be a while until we actually realize the effects of you know what I'm saying? Because think about red shirts, that's your sophomore, red shirts,
Some schools played 10 games, some schools didn't play any.
That's what I'm saying.
But they all, everyone's aging the same way, going through, taking their classes.
If you were a red shirt sophomore with 2 years left, and then you were healthy this year, you may have just played a year, and then you got 2 years on top of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's going to be a lot of more people going into
But you may fuck around, come out the system at who knows, 23, 24, so it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out.
Dudes at Alabama that played 10 games this season that's a free
come back. This whatever happened this past season means nothing in terms of eligibility.
I might have to come back.
Man.
Chuck, you might have to come back.
You set that shit up.
I don't know my body gonna let me.
Wait, actually, okay. Speaking of coming back, another great transfer story. You play at Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
A year after, so we at Dartmouth. the year after Chuck left and then went to Sacred Heart, we then played against Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
You were injured,
That's
right?
true.
I wasn't injured that game.
Were you playing?
I was playing.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
I was snapping. My head was between my legs.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So, but yours, I mean, you didn't leave to go do that, but did you know you were going to do that when you graduated, or was that something you had to like come to decide after like weighing out some options? Like,
Well, see,
also,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
What's up?
Here, Mike, you move a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean.